Hello people of the earth and welcome back to QuickSaveTV. My name is Mike and today we're going to go ahead and talk about the Hearthfire, the DLC for Skyrim, which is scheduled for September, which will be a nice pass in time if you have an Xbox. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the Bethesda decided to screw over PC players and the PS3 players, which are still, as far as I'm aware, did not receive the Dawn Guard for their PS3. You have to be a saint to have PS3 and buy Bethesda's products now. I mean, with all due respect, Bethesda, but with all the time you've spent developing Dawn Guard, I think you would be able to figure out the way to actually optimize it for PS3. Now, Hearthfire is going to be a minor DLC addition for us to actually play around and tinker with, which is going to allow us the possibility of buying our own chunk of land and building a house on top of it. However, it seems that wherever Hearthfire goes, whatever it seems to accomplish, it seems to do a very poor and mediocre job. They start out with something very good, but they lose interest halfway through and they just abruptly end it. And it has a half, it's like a great piece of pork chop, right, which is half cooked. But everybody who likes meat likes it cooked. We don't like raw meat. And that seems like it's half-cooked steak once again. Bethesda has gigantic creative potential and we all know that, but whatever they seem to do, they seem to be half-making. So you're allowed to build a house. Wow, that's great. Not only it has been done before in a mod, but the mod seemed to be doing a better job. Design-wise and the accommodation-wise, of course, Bethesda done an astounding job. They have those sheets with showing you what exactly you're going to be building. There is a book which tells you exactly what you're going to be choosing. They even added a gigantic new menu for specific crafting material to actually build locks, nails, parts of the house and build it yourself. It really does feel like you're contributing towards building your own house. However, the building limits for you are very limited, and once you build one part of the house, you cannot build another. Like, for example, they specifically state in the trailer, you can build either this, either that. How exciting is that? Well, you know what? I need both for effective usage and upgradement of my character. I cannot just suffice with one, and I hate running to shop all the time, so technically, mods are better for me since you only allowed me to build one. The next thing they allow you is to actually accommodate additional NPCs which will become your staff, including your own personal bard and steward. Well, it is great and it's the only part of the mod which I have very minor complaints about, but the problem with that is that Skyrim, unlike Sims, is a very role-playing game and you will not be able to change the clothes of your stewards and bards. But as you play Skyrim, you might develop your specific allegiances towards Nords or towards Imperials or towards vampires or werewolves and etc, and you might want to somehow see it in your stewards. Like if you would be a thief, you would like to see a thief steward, you know, a smuggler. If you would be a hunter, you would like to see, I don't know, hunting buddy, whatever it is, you know. It doesn't make sense to have a steward which is the same. You're not Batman. Well, how are they planning to actually impress? You're a Batman or something now? You're a multi-millionaire Skyrim player with a steward, which is exactly the same for every single player who's going to play Skyrim. Wow, Bethesda. Wow, that sounds like a freaking ass great idea. What if I'm a homicidal maniac and I kill everybody I see? I might not want to have the same steward that the warrior knight has. I want to have something distinct, right? Since you're bragging about showing off your achievements and etc. Next thing is child adoption. Wow, that's interesting. Well, you see that, I'm gonna break it for you. Actually, children are not brought by those freaking ass white birds. Children are made with a sexual intercourse or female and male. Now, as a Dovahkiin, be you female or male, you're probably the most eligible bachelor or bachelorette of all Skyrim. Not only you have the potential to master the shouts, the long forgotten art which Ulfric barely can comprehend and actually do something with them, and he's like a superstar and you can actually master them. You can kill, you can slaughter dragons and consume their souls. You're incredibly crazy beast. You can master all of the possible skills. You can master the arcane arts. You can master archery skills. You can master two-handed and one-handed. You can master everything that is in a game. Yet, you adopt children. To say that it doesn't make any sense is to actually try to justify this ridiculous nonsense. I mean, if I would be a Dovahkiin, that's the last thing I would like to do. I want to have my DNA continued. Why do you think Talos conquered the entirety of Tamriel and was able to establish the empire? Why do you think that happened? He not only was a powerful warrior, he also was very good with shouts, and on top of that, he was a great leader. He was inspiring loyalty, he was charismatic. He was... don't you think it would be logical for him to make a child instead of adopting a child? The Dovahkiin is the best thing that ever happened to the world of Tamriel since the Martin's sacrifice 200 years ago. Don't you think you would like to make a baby? And the last thing is, it seems that for me, the DLC, the Hearthfire, as much as I love the idea, as I said, the point with the half-cooked, half-baked meat stands. Skeever infestation. Seriously. I've slaughtered trolls, dragons, giants, mammoths, skeevers. Skeevers my ass. Cannot I put a bear trap in my, how do you call it, the base floor, the basement? Cannot I put a bear trap or, arrows trap, something, put some exit there? Do I have to go downstairs and fight with them? Cannot I somehow create something? I built a house, for crap's sakes. So to sum it up, all in all, even though Bethesda is offering a much bigger amount of content than its competitors like EA or Konami with their character DLCs or weapon DLCs, which is ridiculous, right? They offer a huge amount of content, but at the same time, they seem to be only half making it, which really disappoints me. And this is the gigantic reason for my frustration. That's the only reason for my frustration, because as such, Hearthfire could be an immense role-playing tool for people to actually enjoy, because who doesn't like investing in his own stuff? You can build your own house, you can have your own freaking ass family, that's amazing. But the features I've mentioned and the lack of them, right? The lack of the ability to make your own baby, the lack of the ability to build all the parts of the house, to build a castle, right? The lack of the ability to actually get it into the game and feel as if it was seamless is really frustrating. That was Mike with QuickSaveTV. I thank you so much for listening, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and my commentary, please do not forget to put a like on this video and favorite. Have a greatest day, and I hope to see you really soon.